Hello, hi guys. If you are catching up on the replay, I always like to know who joined later, even if you couldn't join me live. So do let me know by typing the word replay in the comments right now if you are not live and you are catching up later. And if you have any questions, you can still put them right there in the comment box. Now, if you are joining me live and I can see people clicking on, hey guys, do say hello. I always love to know who's with me because these things, they just show me a number. So if you are watching live, please do say hello. Let me know where in the world you're joining me from, because today we are talking about turning more of your lookers into bookers on your website. And so I'm excited to share some great nuggets of information with you. Hey, Esteterina, good to see you. And guys, if you are a next leveler, if you're already with me in my membership over in the next level, give me a little hashtag next level so I know who we've got with us, who is already over there in my wonderful group. Hey, Jessica, good to see you. Who is the Facebook user? Hey, Facebook user, you're not late. Literally, we started 1 minute ago. If you didn't click the little button that says StreamYard is allowed to show your name, then I never get to see who you are. Hey, Susan, good to see you. Hey, George, lovely to have you with us. Liz, good to see you. Yay! Next leveler. If you're a next leveler, hashtag next level in the comments. Yay! Moira's here too. Hey, guys. So we are streaming live on Facebook and on LinkedIn this afternoon. I'm going to be talking to you about website. Now, I'm going to try, famous last words, to keep this live like a 20 to 30 minute. That's my plan. Let's see how well I do. Thumbs up if you think I'm going to make it or if it's going to end up just chatting on for an hour like usual. But I'm going to try. I want to give you some quick wins really fast. Hey, Paul, good to see you. Yay, Jessica, hashtag next level. Hey, Sean, good to see you. Woo! So many of you guys with me today. Aza, have I said that right? Aza, if I'm so sorry, tell me how to pronounce properly. Yay! Hi, Melanie, good to see you too. Absolutely brilliant. Give me a little thumbs up if you are joining me live. Do say hello. Yay! Bethan as well. Amazing. Absolutely brilliant. Good to see you. Okay, right, let's get cracking. So, what I'm gonna no chance. What have I done? No chance what? What have I done wrong now? What I'm going to do is talk you through a couple of quick wins that you can look at on your website. Because what we see is that people are going over to websites, they're having a look around, but they're not taking the next step. So we're going to cover a few quick wins for you. Now, my actual strategy for website sales journey does have 6 critical steps, but I'm just going to give you 3 of them today, and we're just going to give you a quick win on 3 of them so you can go and start making some progress. Now, don't worry, for all you guys who are already in the next level, and if you're a one-to-one client of mine, of course you get all 6 and we go in deep, so don't worry. But today we're just going to give you 3 of those 6, and I'm just, oh, that's what you're laughing at. Yes, of course. I'm really going to try, George. I'm really going to try to stick to 20 minutes. So we're just going to give you 3 of the 6 today, and I'm just going to give you a couple of quick wins that you can go off and start making changes so that we turn more of those lookers into bookers on the website. So what I do tend to see, and I can see it so clearly when I look at my clients' websites, there's instantly things that jump out of me that I'm like, this is not converting for you. This is not sending people in the direction you want. And we're not talking about anything technical. I am not some sort of website coder. Okay, what we're talking about is the sales journey, and that's what I want to have a look at. So, in case we haven't met before, and I can see loads and loads of names and faces I recognise, and loads of you are in my next level membership. But if we haven't met, let me just take 60 seconds to introduce myself, because you might be thinking, well, that's lovely. Who is this woman talking to us about websites? So, my name is Kelly Mortimer. I have a business where I help wedding businesses, venues, vendors and suppliers to drive revenue. So what we look at is driving more inquiries, driving average spend, booking more weddings, and ultimately achieving more wedding revenue in our business so that we can serve more couples and actually do the jobs that we love, which is serving our wedding couples and keeping our businesses healthy through driving more inquiries and more average spends. Hey, Amy, good to see you. Hey, Suzanne, thanks for joining. Absolutely brilliant. Good to see you guys. Do say hello in the comments if you are joining now. So that's the business now. Before I started my company a few years back, I was group wedding sales director for a group of 45 hotels across the UK, and my job was to increase revenue through the wedding market at those 45 properties. So I was group wedding sales director. And this enabled me to develop these very specific strategies that I've tried and tested and tweaked and changed and tried until they are absolutely optimized to convert more bookings, drive more inquiries, and increase average spend from our couples. And before that, I was 16 years on property. So I worked at world famous properties like Claridge's and Mandarin Oriental. I was on the opening team for Rosewood London, done a couple of events for the Queen, and I did 10 years destination weddings. So across the Caribbean, Sri Lanka, Spain, a really, really exciting time. So lots and lots of experience that I now bring 20 years later and deliver these strategies to my clients and to my membership team, which are the next levelers. Hey, Julia, there's another, yay, good to see you. Hashtag next level. Whoop, whoop. Worthing, good to see you. Helen, lovely, lovely to see you. Becky, Zoe, Elisa, amazing. Oh, thanks, lovely. Brilliant to see you guys. Okay, so let's crack on. Before I get into the three, so remember there are actually 6, but I'm just going to share 3 quick overviews with you today so you can start making some progress. So let's talk about why first of all, before I get into the 3, because it's an interesting one when I kind of drill down with my clients about what they think their website is really doing. And I wonder how you see your website, and I'd love to hear your comments. Chat away to me in the comments. You know, I'd love to hear from you through these lives. For example, I will often say to a client, okay, show me where your inquiries are coming from. And on that list, one of the places they say their inquiries are coming from are from their website. And I disagree that this is a channel of inquiries, okay? I disagree it's a channel of inquiries. And what I mean by that is they had to get to your website somehow. And so it's not a channel of inquiries, it's part of the conversion process because something else sent them to your website. Now, was that because they Googled you and you came up because your SEO is amazing? Was it because you're on a listing that they saw? Was it because they saw your Instagram account? Was it because somebody told them about you? Those are the inquiry channels that funnel the traffic into your website. Once these couples are landing on your website, that then becomes a conversion tool. This is a conversion tool because they've landed, they know you exist, and now that website has to do a good job at making sure they take the next step, whatever your next step is in the process. And so I want you to really reassess how you view this step of the sales journey. And this is no longer a place, guys, where people just pop on and get your email address or get your telephone number. Many years ago, definitely, our website was almost a business card, wasn't it? They'd just land so they could get the information and then they would email you or pick up the phone and they would move to the next step. And I see so many wedding businesses making this mistake, thinking that if they land on the website, then obviously they're going to call or going to send an email. And that just is not the case. We can no longer expect that if your client lands on the website, that they're going to move to the next step. It is now the job of the website and us to implement an amazing sales journey on the website so that they take the next step. Because otherwise, guys, it's a massive hole in the bucket, right? Picture the bucket. It's got a massive hole in it. You're putting inquiries at the top. You're paying money for pay-per-click or SEO or listings. And then they land on the website in the bucket and the hole at the bottom is just losing the inquiries. So you could pay for a ton of inquiries to go into the bucket, but the hole is letting them out the bottom. Does this make sense? Just let me know if this is making sense so far. So for me, one of the biggest places we have to make sure that hole is filled is that the people are not losing. Let me just check in with you. Okay, so Ekaterina, oh my God, that's what I was thinking all the time. Once they get to the websites, it's a done deal, but it's not. No, my darling, it is not. And don't worry, we're going to go in depth with this in the next level with you. So don't panic. We have this covered. And today I'm going to be covering 3 quick wins that you can literally walk away with today. But don't worry, this is what so many people think. And guys, don't let Ekaterina feel on her own here. I'm sure lots of you are sitting there thinking, I had thought that actually if they get to the website, I kind of thought they'd take the next step. And obviously for lots of you, you will be tracking your data, your figures, your numbers, how many people are landing, your Google Analytics, right? And so if you're doing that, then you will know the amount of people landing on your website is not the amount of inquiries you're getting every week. So why would we start paying money and effort and time to fill the top of the bucket when there's a big hole at the bottom that's letting them all out? And so first we want to plug that hole. That sounded really bad. You know what I mean? Sharon, hashtag Kelly makes sense. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Sharon. Absolutely lovely. Okay, so what am I telling you about? So the 3 things we need to do. The first thing is we need to be incredibly clear about what we are offering our client. Now, our wedding couples are overwhelmed, they're confused, they have too much choice. They have lots of emotional things going on in their brains, and we need to be incredibly clear about how we help them, what problem in their situation we are actually solving. And people always find this a weird kind of thing to think about. Oh, I'm not solving a problem, I'm just going to dress their venue, or I'm just going to do beautiful flowers, or I'm going to be the venue, or I'm the caterer. I'm not solving a problem, but you are solving a problem. They have a need and you have a solution, and we have to start thinking about it in this way. And when we get clear on what the message is, what is the message to our couples, we really help them to move down the track. What most websites do is simply confuse people. There's too many options. There's too many places to click. There's too many, read me, here's a flash, here's a pop-up, here's a badge, here's a listing I'm on. Here's a million things you can click on the top of the website on the menu bar. And then I click that and I get 5 more options. And the potential client, the potential couple simply feels overwhelmed with choice. And so because they're overwhelmed, they do nothing. They don't click. They don't move along your sales journey. And this is terrible because they've landed and they were interested, but you've overwhelmed them. You've confused them. I heard someone say recently that confused minds don't take action. And it is so true. Think about yourself. You know, when you've got too many choices, when you don't know where to click, when you don't know what you're looking at, you do nothing because it's too much effort. It's too much effort for us to work out what we're supposed to be doing. Exactly, Maura. You do want to keep it simple. You want to strip back all these options, all these click buttons, all these kind of, it's noise, guys. Your potential couple lands on the website and they just hear noise. There's so many things they could be reading and looking at. And what I want you to do is really simplify the journey they're going to go on when they land on your website. I want them to know which part they're supposed to read next, what comes next. And the other part of step 1, keeping it clear, remember we're on step 1, keeping it clear, is people can't be bothered to read. So if I land on a website and I can already see there's a lot of text, I know people aren't reading it. Think about yourself as a consumer. How do you approach a website? Do you scroll and scan, or do you read every single word? I really want you to think about this. Do you scroll and scan? And then if they capture your attention, you might go back and read the detail. And so if, especially on your homepage, especially on those first kind of paragraphs, if there is too much text, you can be sure people are not reading it. They'll just scan over. So you're losing precious real estate, precious space where you could be connecting with your couple with words that they're not even reading. Just check in with me. Does this make sense? Do you know what I'm trying to get to here? We need to keep this journey really clean and simple and clear. Less words, more images. When we use words, they need to connect instantly. Chris is saying this is good timing. New website being built alert. Yes, absolutely. Yes, we're going to talk about that in a minute as well, Chris. You are absolutely right. We do need that. The other thing you want to consider is what is above the, remember we're still on step 1. This is a few details in step 1. So we want to think about what's above the fold. So this is when you land on the website and it's what you see before you scroll. You know, it's that first bit technical term, first bit of the website you see before you have to scroll. That's above the fold. And above the fold is the part that really needs to connect with your couple as quickly as possible. So again, if it's noisy and busy and there's lots of click buttons and there's lots of different photos and, I'm not really sure what problem you solve for your ideal couple, you're not going to get them to buy into reading or spending any more time. Great. Elise says this is making sense. Christopher, yes, exactly. People are super time poor, especially a bride or a groom. Write this down, guys. People are time poor. We all are. Life is busy. If you don't make this easy for your people to really understand what you're offering, and I'm not talking about the packages and the details, I'm just saying what problem you solve. What are you offering? Yes, Sean, exactly. You're like that with emails. You don't read them, that too heavy text space. I'm with you. We can't be bothered to read. Who can be bothered to read anymore? We just scan. We just get the information as fast as we can. So step one on your website, I want you to be clear. I want you to strip it back, take out all of those click buttons, all of those options. And I want you to just get really clear on who you're trying to connect with, what problem you're solving, and what's above the fold, so that as soon as they land, they go, oh, that's me. They're reading my mind. That's my kind of place, or it's my kind of service, or it's exactly what I'm looking for right now. Okay, just check in with me. Step one, we're going to be clear. We're going to strip it back. We're going to make it really straightforward and really easy. And we're going to move on to step two. Just give me a thumbs up or a little heart emoji if this makes sense so far. And again, guys, if you are in the next level, with this, we're just skimming over the top here. In the next level, we're going to go super deep on all 6 of the steps that you need to do for your websites. And we're going to be looking much deeper into this. But what we're doing today is just a few quick wins that we can start making progress on. So, number 2 is I want you to romance them a bit. And what I mean by this is that people always say to me, should we put price on our website? And I'm a big fan of price on the website. We need to give people what they need as fast as they possibly can. We don't want them wasting our time. However, caveat to that is that I do have a very specific pricing structure that needs to be in place, and then it goes on the website and it makes total sense. However, step 2 is I want you to romance them before we're showing them the price, because yes, we want to show price and be upfront, but if you just go bang straight into price, then the only thing that we are being judged on is our price. And loads of suppliers and venues tell me, they get couples negotiating really hard, wanting them to take huge discounts off of what they offer, and again, just tell me in the comments, is this something that you find, that people are trying to kind of push your rates down all the time? And so we do want to put price out there and be really open and transparent, and our buyers want that. We want it as buyers too. We love that transparency, but we need to romance them first. We need to draw them in and let them know all the amazing results they get before they see the price. Otherwise, they're only comparing you price on price to your competitors or to the other people that they are looking at. So what I want you to start doing is thinking about how you're really explaining how you solve that particular problem for your couple. How are we tuning into their emotions, how they feel right at this moment, and how we're going to help them with that? So, you might be, I'm trying to think of a few examples to start throwing out to you. You might be a band or a singer or some sort of entertainment. Now, the problem your couple face is that they want to have a brilliant wedding where people are up dancing, where the dance floor is full. They don't want it to be boring. They want people to be having the best time of their lives. And so you would be focusing on that. The result of having your band or your live music will be a full dance floor, will be people having an amazing time, will be an incredible party atmosphere. You're solving a particular problem. So we focus on the straightforward message of, we offer a band. What we focus on is what that result is for our couples. Just let me know in the comments if that makes sense. I'm getting loads of gorgeous heart emojis and smiley faces. Absolutely loving it. Thank you, guys. Brilliant. Yeah, exactly, Donna. We're romancing them, right? We're drawing them in. We're dating them a little bit. Right? We need to pull in and get them emotionally involved with what it is that we're offering to them. So yes, we're going to show price, but I really want to encourage you to start connecting emotionally. What problem are you solving? How are you going to help them? What result does that give them on their wedding day or before their wedding that's going to actually help them in the journey? And so step 2, remember step 1 was clear. Step 2 is we're going to romance them. Step 3 is that we need a very straightforward and clear call to action. Call to action. So when we are thinking about our call to action, this is going to be different for all of you because you've all got very different businesses and you've all got a very different sales process. And so what I want you to think about is your call to action that they should be jumping on a call with you? Is it that they should be emailing you? Is it that they go straight to a meeting or a tour? You will know what the next logical step is in your call to action. So what I want to share with you is that call to action needs to be blatant across your entire website. Okay, there's no good just popping your email address at the bottom of each page. What I want you to do is literally on every page repeat yourself and say, so let's say you're a venue and your call to action is to book a tour because they've got everything gorgeous on the website, they've seen the images, they've seen the prices, you've hooked them in emotionally, they're ready, they want to come see you in person. And so your call to action would be to book a tour. And so the button would be repeated, click here to book a tour, click here now to book your tour with our team, whatever your wording is. But I want you to repeat it over and over. So whenever they're ready, doesn't matter which page they're on, which section of the website, that button is right there. It's really close. So as soon as they're ready to move forward, they can just click that button. Now, a lot of sales studies have shown that our eyes go at the top of the web page, the first fold, and go straight across to the top right hand side. So you would definitely want your call to action definitely being in that top right hand side so that it's where we know people's eyes go straight to. Now, again, if your call to action is that they should book a call with you or email you or buy your product, maybe if you're selling something that's a direct product, then it should be right there. So what I want you to think about is repeating that call to action and go straight there so that you can move them through the sales process. We overestimate that our couples know what they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to do it, and in what order. They don't, guys. They're looking at you as the expert to tell them, when you're ready, once you're ready, this is what you need to do next. Right, let me just check in with everybody. Hold on. Maureen is saying, since COVID, I've had NHS workers asking for discount. I feel like, I know it's tough. I know you felt like this was pushed into a corner. Look, we're in a tricky one right now. So I totally hear you, Moira. And I know there are some people doing some discounts and some not. And, ultimately, you also need to keep your business going so that you continue to serve couples in the future. That is not wrong of you. You must keep your business going. And so if that means you cannot do discounts, then that is totally fine. I don't want you to feel guilty about that. Joanne, people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. Show them why you love it. Yeah, absolutely. We want to start engaging that emotional side. Helen says, I like that. Click here to talk to me. Yes, exactly, Helen. If you know the next step in your sales journey is to talk to you, then have that button repeated throughout the website. Oh, Moira, this is great advice. Don't worry, Moira, we're going even deeper. This is just a few quick wins. We're going even deeper over in the next level. Suzanne, changing my website as we speak. I love that. Have you literally got it open on the side? Brilliant. Doing it as we speak. So Rosie says, would you use one call to action across the whole site? I've been using click to read my blog, find out more, as well as my main call to action, book a consultation. Do you think this could be confusing? Just stick to one. It's a great point, Rosie. And yes, I do. So what we tend to find is the more choice we give people, the less they know what to do. And I know this sounds basic, but I promise it's human psychology. If you consistently say to people, click here to book a consultation, click here to book a tour, click here to have a video call, then they're very, very clear when they land on the website what they're supposed to do next. Now, that's not to say you don't have an option for them to read your blog, but your blog isn't the next step in your sales process. And so what I want you to do is have people moving along your sales journey. If they're landing on your website, then they should be moving along. Now, what I would do is use your blog as a way to drive people to your website. And then once they get there, then I'd be moving them to the next step with that clear call to action. Does that make sense, Rosie? But yeah, it's a great question. I'm sure lots of people had the same one. So, this is a great answer, Lewis. Thank you so much for sharing that. So Lewis is saying, for NHS staff who have asked for discount, we've provided extra value. 100%. And I'm a big fan of that in general, Lewis, that instead of discounting, we actually add extra bonuses, extra value, more to what we're offering when we're negotiating with people. So thank you for sharing that, Lewis. That's an absolutely brilliant answer. So those are the 3 quick wins I wanted to share with you. Be clear, romance people, get them involved emotionally, be really clear about what it is we're offering, not too many messages, not too many clicks, and give them a very clear call to action. Okay, perfect, Rosie, you are welcome. But guys, website's just one step in the strategy. You know, we talked about the funnel into the bucket earlier. You know, there's so many steps that take us all those inquiries going in at the top of the funnel. Then what happens during that funnel process? You know, the emails, the calls, the website, the advertising, the conversion, the turning them into a bookings. There's so many steps in that process. And if you are wanting to go deeper on this stuff, if you are wanting to drive more inquiries, higher spend couples, and ultimately to drive more revenue, then you can definitely come and join us over at the Next Level. And you've seen here on the live today so many of the lovely Next Levelers. This is my monthly membership where we go through step-by-step strategy and take you through the strategy, hand-holding through the modules, and also have live team Zoom calls twice a month whereby we help you to implement each of the steps. So if you're keen to join our team, then have a little look here, kellymortimer.com/the next level. And FYI, doors close to join us tomorrow, Friday, at 5 p.m. UK time. So if you are thinking about coming and joining us, then you will need to have a look right now because doors close at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, tell me your questions. Let's talk about questions. Esaterina, which call to action do you think is most inviting for cooperation? I think I'd be reluctant for a phone call, but an email seems too much work. It really depends on your sales journey. And it's a great question. You have to get the right call to action. So it really depends on what your sales journey looks like. We're going to work on this in module 1 starting Monday in the Next Level. So you will get all of this. Don't worry at all. We're going to break down your sales journey and we're going to work out exactly what the right call to action is for you. Lisa, yes, always retain rate enhanced product. Yeah, absolutely. I think we're all on the same page there. Definitely. Upgrade to a suite, romantic extras. I'm with you 100%. Yay, Sharon's on. Hey guys. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, Rachel's here too. Hello. Sam. Oh, you're welcome, Sam. And don't worry, we're going to go way deeper into this. There are 6 critical steps we need to look at. So any questions on those 3? Be super clear. Don't confuse your buyer when they jump onto your website. Make that journey super clear. Romance them. Start engaging them emotionally. How are you solving problems for them? And then give them one clear call to action. Oh, you're welcome, Suzanne, saying awesome advice. You are so welcome. Any questions before I let you go? I have managed to come in under the 30-minute mark. Woo, first time ever. Lynn says it's a great motivator. Oh, you're welcome. There's so many things you can change and tweak on the website to get people moving along that sales journey, taking the next step with you. And then, you know, we know, don't we, the further along the journey they get, the more chance we have to convert them. They never email us. They never book a tour. If they never get on the phone with us, we can't keep moving them through the process. We can't serve more couples. We can't book more weddings. So we need them moving along that journey. Absolutely brilliant. So hope this was helpful. Do let me know with a little emoji if this was helpful to you. If you are on replay, you can still pop your comments in. I always check back in later to see how you got on. Really great to see you all. Once again, if you are wanting to join us over in the Next Level, this is where you find the information. Doors close 5 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, where we have a monthly ongoing membership where we dive deep into turning bookings into your business. So we look at inquiries, rate, sales conversion, absolutely everything you need to drive more bookings into your business. So take a look here. It's been such a pleasure to see you this afternoon. I hope that's been helpful and I will see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.